What are you trying to accomplish and what makes you happy?
It ain't about the money. It's not about the brand. It's not about any of that. It's about, did I move the people?
Their careers end, earlier than they should have.
The Peterborough native, Cody Crowley, really excelling in the sport of boxing.
For such a simple fact that, they hurt their hands. It's just sometimes the equipment doesn't work appropriately or how it should work.
Welcome back to the Final Shot Podcast. Today, the podcast is brought to you by Onnit. If you're not on it, get on it at onnit.com/TFS podcast and save 10%. They got a whole bunch of stuff on there. Earth Grown Nutrients, Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech Sport. They got B vitamins, creatine. No steroids for you juice monkeys out there. They don't have any of that. But if you want elk bars, maces, battle ropes, anything like that, go to onnit.com and make sure you type in TFS podcast and you'll save some money on your purchase. We're also brought to you by USG Canada. They make some of the nicest gear that I've ever used in the sport of boxing. They also make MMA stuff, custom walkout gear, anything you want when it comes to combat sports. Hit up Howie. It's Howie at usgcanada.com, or you can go to his new fantastic website. It's usgfightgear.net and use the promo code The Final Shot and you'll save 20% on your purchase. Also, when it comes to my next sponsor, you go to usgfightgear.net and you can make a purchase for Sovereign Extracts. Whether you like to get high, or if you want to use THC or CBD for medicinal purposes, Sovereign Extracts your go-to place. They've got the tincture, vaporizer tips. They're going to be coming out with topical creams. They have shatter. I don't use that. It's too much for me. I get paranoid if I get high, guys. So I'll be checking out the fucking blinds and seeing if people are trying to break into my house and shit. So I don't get down with the THC, but I do use the CBD a lot. So go to usgfightgear.net, use the promo code The Final Shot, and you'll save some money on your purchase. You guys can see this lovely man muff I have on the front of my face. My guest today, if you're on YouTube, he has one too. So I'm going to send him some of this stuff free of charge. Guys, it's TKO Beards. They make the best beard cream. This is a conditioner. It's a dry conditioner you put in your beard. It's very nice. I like it a lot. You just stick that in there and away you go. But they also have beard oil, which I'm going to send my guest today. I think I'm going to send him the TKO. I think if he has a girlfriend, she will love the scent of this, and he won't be able to get her off his face. I'm going to send her that. So go to tkobeards.com, use the promo code The Final Shot, and you'll save some money on your purchase. And last but not least, guys, the Clinch Fight Shop. They're the best fight shop in Edmonton, Alberta. It's the Clinch Fight Shop. Hit up my boy Sunil. Go to theclinchfightshop.com. Make a purchase and use the promo code. Started on my words. Use the promo code The Bad Guy, and you're going to save 10% off your purchase. And if you make a purchase over $125, it's free shipping. So not only will you get free shipping, save all that cash, you're going to save some money on your purchase with the promo code The Bad Guy. So go to the clinchfightshop.com and make a purchase. Guys, my guest today is undefeated professional boxer. I had a guest lined up for today, and unfortunately they had to cancel, and I put out the bat signal, and a mutual friend of ours hit me up and said, hey, this guy would love to come on the show and talk to you. Guys, undefeated professional boxer, signed to Lee Baxter Promotions, Patrice Volny. How's it going, man?
Doing really good. Thank you for the invitation. Really happy to be on your show today.
I should have had you on here a really long time ago because I'm actually a fan.
Probably you should, but it's okay. I'm there today.
So how's it going over there? You're in Ontario, right?
I'm in Quebec, actually. I live in Quebec. I fight in Ontario.
Okay.
I live in Montreal, Quebec City. So, but I do fight in Toronto with Lee Baxter. So, doing really good here. Doing really good.
You guys are having a heck of a time over there right now with the nonsense that's going on with the world. COVID was running rampant over there. So how has training been going for you, being able to get it in?
I was able. It was pretty hard because, you know, we got a curfew. I know on Ontario you don't have a curfew. We used to have the curfew at 8. So all gym was closed. So at the beginning I was training at home. So it was I was okay because the gym gave me all the equipment that I need to be able to train. And with the changing of the rule that professional athlete, elite athlete are able to go to the gym, we're good. So to just avoid a lot of problem, I moved to for my training camp at Ottawa.
Okay.
To be able to train at the gym. So the gym was closed, everything, but I was training with my coach. It was only really hard to find sparring partner. Sparring partner, that was pretty tough to find. So you have a couple of guys you able, or one guy you're able to have, and he has to stick to the rule.
Yeah. Actually,
the rule for the COVID and everything, but it was tough at a certain point. But you know, I've been training for a long time. We find a lot of bad stuff during the road, but it's okay.
You've had a fair number of fights. I don't know what your amateur background is too much, but you're 16-0 right now, undefeated.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, thank you. As an amateur, I'd probably like 70 fights.
Okay.
70 amateur fight. I never win no Canadian. I never been on the team. I never did those big tournaments, but I was actually always on the final, always fighting. But amateur boxing, there's a lot of politics sometimes, and we got life because I choose my school to do at the same time. It's pretty hard to deal with school and all those 1 week training camp that happened with the team and everything. So I was not a bad amateur, and as a pro, I feel way better as a pro.
Amateur boxing's weird because it's still boxing, but it's not the same sport. It's very different, where you're fighting at a sprint pace, and there is a lot of politics involved. For your first 5 fights, you're wearing headgear. Like, if you go to an amateur boxing tournament, and the commission and the judges there don't like you, you're screwed.
You are at the beginning, because, you know, at that like a pro style fight, since I start, you know, you start and they're building around what you have already at the beginning. If you're a natural slugger and everything, so I had the tendency to keep my hands down, and that's not the way they teach you to box.
Yeah.
For the team or this, you have to keep your hands up and everything, both hands. And when I started, it was point. So when you punch, the counting point. It was not, I know today it's like professional size, so you win the round, but before it was point. And it was pretty hard to win against what a judge decided was good or not as a punch.
Well, the judging criteria in amateur boxing is very different than what it is in professional boxing. That's why I say it's a different sport. The premise is the same. You walk over, you punch the guy in the face, and you try not to get hit. But when it comes down to rule set and the way things go, it's very, very different. A lot of the old school guys base professional boxing off what guys can do in the amateurs. Where I think amateurs are good for kids, but when you become a grown adult, let's say 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, I don't think it's going to help you too much in professional boxing.
It doesn't. I think there's a few pro boxers, few amateur boxers, when they started, they were like in the Olympic, they were big name. When they turn out as a pro, they were not able to follow with the style, because amateurs boxing, there's a style for it. Like you say, it's not the same sport, because pro boxing is a different style. You don't need to rush to score point, because you still have a couple rounds to do. So there's a lot of them. You need to be able to do that transition pretty early on your career. Yeah. Even a pro boxer, no, actually, an amateur boxer from the junior moving to senior, that's a huge step for him. I think it's the same kind of step for like amateur to pro.
Yeah. Well, you take guys like fellow Canadian Ryan Rozicki had 21 amateur fights. He went 10-11. Now, technically, when you look at that record, he should have no business in professional boxing. But he's a pro now. He's a WBC international champion, and he's undefeated. So
yep.
You can't judge professional boxing off amateur boxing anymore. It's just not the same.
I don't know if back in the days, like, it might be working back in the days, but today we have so many styles, so many different people, so many different physique. Yeah. And with the technology, like the training and everything, you can make anybody in a kind of way be a bigger boxer, a better boxer by not only boxing, but everything around it. So, it's like that. I'll finish
that. So in Quebec, where are you training? What gym do you train out
of? In Quebec, I train at the Club de Boxe de l'Est, okay. And I train at the G1 Boxing Club too. So I have 2 gyms. My main gym is Club de Boxe de l'Est. That's where I go train most of the time by myself. And when I train with my second coach, it's at the G1 Boxing. So every week we meet for sure, probably 3 times a week. And when I have camp, I go to Ottawa with Eric Bélanger. Okay. And both coach actually meet up and they follow the rule and they plan everything together.
Nice. And I've also seen pictures of you and Shaquille Finn.
Yeah.
My man
Shaquille's
Shaq.
my man.
I like him. He's a cool guy. He's been on the show before. Do you use him as a sparring partner?
Yeah, we did spar. We did sport a lot. We sport a lot. Not recently. We didn't sport for that fight and a few fights before. But I did help Shaquille a lot, and he did help me a lot. We've been to training camp together, and in Toronto for Steve Rose, we've been together. We've been training, and for this fight and for his last fight, I was there with him too. So yeah, I know him a lot. Tough guy, strong guy, and can't wait to see him back. This is back in the ring.
Is he going to get back in the ring?
Only life can tell. I think so. At this point, only life can tell with all that COVID, and it's pretty hard to have fight. It's a lot of stress, because you have to follow the rule, and even if you follow the rule, you got to make sure you pass the COVID test, and you got to make sure the opponent pass the COVID test. So
yeah, you guys got a lot of hurdles to jump through to even get into the ring right now. Even to go to the gym, you got to follow guidelines and don't touch each other and don't come within 6 feet of me. Wear this damn mask. Do this. I think it's all crap.
It is. I don't agree with all this, but if it's the only way to make sure that I fight, I do it. I just want to jump in the ring, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to have like 4 fights in a year like we used to. I don't know that. Probably one will be like, you have a fight, you're lucky.
That's true. You were supposed to fight in a title eliminator, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
And who was that opponent?
That opponent, his name is Patrice Volny. I don't want to mess up his name, but I think it's Patrice Volny from Germany. It's ranked number 4 in the IBF, if I don't get it wrong. It's number 4. Former Olympian. He went to the Olympic and everything. He has a really good background. He has like that European style. So, but I think it's a good matchup with me. And, I got nothing to lose. I'm not really afraid. I'm not really scared. Just go there and fight and do what we're supposed to do.
This fight was supposed to happen a couple times, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to happen in November. It got postponed twice.
So is this fight going to happen?
Still gonna happen.
Okay.
Should happen. Supposed to happen. We had that fight with Jenks.
Jenks Trotter?
Because, they got postponed. Yeah, Jenks Trotters. The fight got postponed with the German guy for so long that you don't really know when it's gonna be the next fight. So we just we wait at first, and after a while, the team and meet and they said we're just gonna put a fight between because we've been like in camp for life. We've been training camp for life, and we need to fight. So we just had that fight, and it was pretty good because I didn't fight. My last fight was a year and a half ago, so that's pretty good to be able to jump in the ring now before a big fight because you don't want to lose because you roasted, because you didn't fight. So
I was privileged one time to watch one of your fights live, and that was against Albert. I don't want to screw his last name up, but
Onalunos.
That's it.
Onalunos, yeah.
You beat the brakes off that guy. It wasn't even close.
I was on fire that day. I was, people don't really know, but I had my right hand broke. I had the right hand broke for like probably my last six fights. My hand was broken. But when they put two belts on the line, you don't really care. It's just, if my hand's broke, it's gonna broke again. I don't really care. I'm just going home with the belt. And you don't want to lose. Plus your hand is broke. That's bad. So it was a really good fight. And it was my first, it was actually my first 10 round.
Yeah.
10 round. And Albert was a tough one because he refused to go. I'm not sure that anybody knocked him out. He might lose his last fight by TKO, but he never went down.
I'm going to tell you right now what he's got. Albert he got KO'd by a gentleman named Ortiz. That was in 2019 after you, I think.
It was a TKO or KO?
TKO. Oh, no. Ortiz,
TKO, okay.
Ortiz was a knockout. That was January 19th, 2019.
Oh, so there's somebody knocking him out, actually.
Yeah, somebody's knocked him out. All right. And then
after this, I think he fought the Ukrainian guy, the Southpaw.
So right after you fought him to a unanimous decision, which wasn't close. Then he fought Ortiz. He won by a knockout. My bad.
He won. Okay.
Yeah, and then he fought another person that I can't pronounce their name in 2019, and he lost by KO. So his last fight, he lost by a knockout.
That fight, I remember, it didn't go down.
No.
He never been stopped like that. So he's a tough one.
Yeah, he's a tough dude, man. He's got a real big target for a head too. Like his head's huge. Same with Shaquille. Shaquille's head's huge.
He was.
But yeah, you've had a bunch of fantastic fights. I got to sit down last night and just kind of go through the YouTube. Which one of your fights do you think you've performed the best in?
Probably like even that I fought Jake Trotters. I think that one was one of my best fights because of it's pretty hard sometimes to follow the rule that your coach telling you. I think I listened way better than I used to, stronger, and I was actually bigger than my past fights. Bigger and healthy. No injury, no weird way to cut weight, because it's pretty hard for me because I don't really cut weight.
Okay.
People normally dehydrate and they lose a lot, but I don't, so it's pretty hard to manage everything. But I think this one was one of the best one, or Albert Ononulos. That was one of the best ones.
That one was a fun fight to watch because that kid took a whooping and he just kept, he wouldn't
did.
Go down.
He came back, and I did try. I tried. And he refused to stop. He refused to give up. So I think for all the action and everything, that was one of the best ones. Yeah.
Middleweight, what is that? That's not 168, is that super middleweight?
160.
160 is middleweight. There's a lot of guys at 160.
There's a lot of movement in 160. There's a lot of I think the air of Canelo moving up to 168 and the Charlo moving to 168. You got Chris Eubank moving to 168. And I think it's pretty hard to go down once you move up. It's pretty hard. There's only Golovkin, Triple G, still at 160. But if he really want that fight with Canelo, he might have to move at 168. I don't think Canelo want to go down no more.
Nah, he's too big. Too big now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's dramatic because he was 175.
Yeah.
He fought at 175 and he did almost all the weight. So I'm not sure he will be able to go back to 160.
There's an American that comes over to Quebec to train. His name's Dario Berdician. Has he ever piqued your interest for a fight?
No, never. Actually, never. We did talk not boxing,
yeah,
like as a friend because he used to fight in the same court as me.
Yeah. But
no, we never thought about a fight. We never talked about a fight. I think he's a 168, so super middleweight.
Yeah.
He's in Florida. He lives in Florida, I think so, and he's still there today. So, but with the COVID, I don't know what happened. I'm not sure if he's able to travel to Quebec or I don't know at all.
He's a good buddy of mine actually. So I bring him up.
He is.
Yeah, I like Dario a lot. I was actually trying to pick a fight for him with what's his name? Damn it, he's an Eye of the Tiger guy. Fuck, I can't remember his name now.
Middleweight? Oh,
168.
I think I know. Mathieu?
Yeah.
No. Yeah?
Yeah. Lexon Mathieu.
Lexon Mathieu, exactly. Yeah. I saw the post.
Yeah.
I saw the post.
I'd like to see that fight happen. I think it'd be a good fight. Also, Ryan the Real Deal Ford would be a good fight for Lexon. I know that fight was offered.
I think they trained together. They did train together.
I think they've sparred together, and I think Ryan beat the crap out of him. So I know the fight with Ryan, the fight with Ryan Ford was offered. Ryan Ford accepted on his end, and then Lexon's people said no.
Yeah.
So, well, hopefully we can get that fight to happen. I think Dario Berdician could probably hit 160. That's why I bring him up to you.
Okay. I don't know if he's he's signed with Gym Promotion, right?
I don't think he's signed, period, anymore. I think he's a free agent now.
Okay, he might be free. Okay.
It'd be a fun matchup because he's a tricky little slick southpaw.
Yes, he is.
He's a good boxer. He's got good cardio, and he's tough.
A tall guy. I remember his last fight, if I'm not wrong, was with Shaquille.
Yeah.
It was a war. He's a tough guy, really tough guy.
It was a draw. I didn't agree with the decision.
It was a draw. I thought I like both of them, but I thought Shaquille won that fight to me. But I was wishing for a rematch. I was wishing for a second fight.
I would have liked to see a second fight too. See, I like both guys, but I thought Dario won.
Okay.
That's why it's a draw, obviously. Nobody could agree on who won.
But the first fight, a draw, okay. Second fight. We need a second fight for a belt, the same belt, and make it happen. That'd be a crazy fight.
Oh, both of them can throw, and they're both super tough, so if you think a knockout or a finish is going to happen, you got like a 10% chance of that happening. Somebody's going to have to just land flush.
A flush one. That's it. That's for sure.
And they're both really good. So, yeah, let's get a second fight happening. What promotion could put that on? I don't know. Dario's not signed. I don't know if Shaquille's signed anymore. But
I don't know.
That's the problem.
Don't know at all. But I'm 100% sure that one promoter, I don't know who, will be down to put that fight.
Now, you're an interesting case to me for a couple of reasons. You live in Quebec, and you have the Don King of Canadian boxing, Groupie Von Michel, and you have Camille Estevan with Eye of the Tiger Management over there. They're the two big ones in Quebec, and neither one of them signed you. What the heck?
True.
And then you
I
signed
think,
with...
you know, I think at the beginning, you know, they were looking more for Olympian or Canadian boxer came from the Canadian team, elite. And I think that was more the protocol, like more back in the day. They're looking for like that story that people show before. So that was not my case because I was just like the regular boxer. People know his name because I've been giving a lot of tough fights to everyone, but that was not like you said, the store.
Yeah.
So, but I've been fighting on the show. I did my first fight with Group Gym, Yvon Michel.
Okay.
And I did like 6 fights in a row. And Lee sent me a contract before, so I went to see Lee. I talked to Lee. And, you know, we all looking for like a promoter. As a boxer, you need a promoter. So give me a contract. If the contract makes sense, I said, you know, why not? I signed it, and I felt happy because I did have. It's less pressure when you have a promoter. It's easier. Life is easier.
Yeah, you don't have to go online and pick fights with people. Your promoter finds you the fight, you sign the contract, you show up and do work.
Exactly.
So it was just weird to me that we have two big promotions in Quebec and you get signed to a promotion in Ontario. And not shitting on Lee Baxter by any means. He's a fantastic human being and he's got a good promotion. There's also 3 Lions promotion in Ontario. So it was weird to me that a French Canadian is signed to an Ontario promotion. I thought that was interesting.
A lot of people find that weird at the beginning. They all find that weird.
So this fight that was canceled a couple times already, that was a title eliminator for a title shot against Triple G, right?
Exactly.
That's a big night at the office.
That's a big one. That's a huge step. But, you know, Golovkin is Golovkin. We know Golovkin. He punch. He box well. But if I can say a little something, that we beat him slowing down for the past fight. He has a tough fight with what is his name? Forgot his name. Danny Jacobs, actually. Yeah.
Oh, Daniel
Jacobs.
Yeah.
Actually, a tough fight with Canelo.
Yeah.
A tough fight with Dervyachenko.
Yeah.
And he's been showing some more stuff that he used to. He's a tough guy, but you can see even the fight with Steve Rose. Steve Rose was landing punch, clean, full combination, but you can see that age catch you as a time. Age will catch you no matter what.
It's amazing that he's still a world champion at 38 years old. Like I believe he won the first Canelo fight. I've watched it probably 40 times I've watched it. He won that fight hands down. The second fight was still very close.
I gave him the second fight. I thought at first Canelo was beating him up.
Yeah.
And after he was picking more his punch.
Yeah.
Not trying to knock him out, just landing punch and full little combination. Canelo was going for the one big punch like he used to and still doing. But I really thought that was a Triple G fight with probably like 1 round. But I knew the fact that if they make him lose the first fight, then giving a drop, there's no way he's going to win the second one.
Well, I thought the first fight wasn't even close. I thought Golovkin had it. And then the second fight, I actually scored it a draw.
Yep.
But I thought that was the one that should have been a draw. I think if there's one guy on the planet that has Canelo's number, it's probably Triple G, and I think that's why Canelo's avoiding that third fight.
He's avoiding, want to get bigger, and I don't understand how he did get that dominance for that short period in between the first and the second fight. We're able to improve, but that was a huge gap between the first fight and the second one. So, but I really thought it was a Triple G fight or a draw. I will agree with the draw. That's for sure for that one. But I don't feel interest on the third one.
Well, there's a couple things with age that you'll lose in combat sports, but one of them isn't power.
Yeah.
He could be 45 years old, and he's still going to be able to generate that Triple G power. We've seen it with Mike Tyson. At 54 years old, that guy's still got it.
Power, you born with it.
Yeah.
And never disappear. I think that instinct is still there. The way the muscle fiber will react are the same. So he will always be a powerful puncher. It will always for sure land, because it's boxing. You will land some nasty punch in a fight, that's for sure. And he's able to knock everybody out. Manny Pacquiao is doing it, so I think he will do it too.
Well, I have a few fighters that will always be my favorites. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. I really liked Oscar De La Hoya back in the day. And Triple G is one of my favorites of all time. But if you get that fight against Triple G, I'll be cheering for you 100%.
We'll be ready. I'm not calling nothing, but I know that we will work hard. We're not trying to, I'm the type of fighter, do or die. It passes or it breaks. No matter what, we're going there. You give everything you had. And if you win, you win. The work was done. Work was well done. But if you lose, actually, you have to lose. If you lose, you need to try. You need to try in a way. You have to try. So
I talk to a lot of fighters on here. This is a combat sports podcast. Some of the guys that come on aren't fans of combat sports. Do you sit down and you watch boxing on a weekend?
Hell yeah. I watch boxing every day. every day. I watch I'm a fan of old boxing.
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of like Evander Holyfield, Mike McCallum, Pernell Whitaker. I do watch like a couple of new fights too. I watch all those fights, all the fights. There's a few boxers I don't watch often because sometimes the fight is not like interesting for me. Like I did watch yesterday Beterbiev fight too.
Yeah.
But to be a boxer, I find that weird to not watch boxing.
It's very difficult because you got to be a student of the game.
You have to, because there's always new tricks.
Yeah.
And if you don't watch boxing, watching it's learning. So you need to be just, enjoying the show, make you learn at the same time. So I always find that weird that when boxers say they don't watch boxing, I find like, how can you love that sport if you don't watch it? Because I don't like to get punched. I'm not a fan of getting punched.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I'm a fan of the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
It's not fun at all.
So, who is your favorite boxer to watch right now then? Who do you enjoy the most?
If I say my favorite today, Terrence Crawford, even if he didn't fight for a period of time, Crawford, I really love his style, southpaw, orthodox, and he's not afraid to try. He's not afraid to mix with you. He got rocked a few times during his career, during fight, come back and actually win the fight easy.
Yeah.
And the fight with was amazing too. So I think today is my favorite one today. Yeah.
I have Terrence Crawford as my number one pound for pound fighter right now.
You too.
Yeah,
he's the best.
He's the best.
For me, I don't know.
A lot of people have Canelo right now as number one. I don't have Canelo as number one. A lot of people are talking that he's gone up to 175 and he beat Kovalev and all that. Kovalev is 55 years old now in boxing years. He's up there.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
It's tough, but you know what's funny with that fight, Canelo and Alvarez, Canelo actually with Kovalev, is that Kovalev shows so much respect that I was so shocked taking selfie with him before the fight and not even trying to punch. You the crusher.
Yeah.
You're not even trying to hurt Canelo. Canelo don't care at all. If you give him the chance to knock you out, he will.
100%.
But you got Canelo bullying Kovalev and Kovalev not even trying to win. I find that so weird. I was disappointed of this fight. I was shocked.
Well, when you see a guy coming up in weight who's the smaller and smaller stature, you would expect the bigger champion to be able to push him around. It just didn't happen, and we seen it in Canelo's last fight too, where he fought what's his nuts, Callum Smith. Yeah, Callum, much bigger athlete, longer, should have been able to use that jab to keep him away.
Yep,
and it just didn't happen.
It did not all. I was like, if you're not able to slow him down, try power.
Something.
Because that's an instinct. That's a, man, something's happening, boom. You're just trying to land a big punch. And I don't see nobody's really trying to hurt Canelo.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He might be that strong. He might be, because it's pretty easy to look from the outside and say, yeah, they should have do that done. But I think, I don't know what's going on. He might be a monster. He's a monster, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I wish I see other boxers try to hurt him during that fight.
So if, let's say PBC called me up and they said, hey, Canelo wants to come up to heavyweight and fight, but we can't put him against like an Anthony Joshua type. We need more of a cruiserweight heavyweight. So I'm 6 feet tall, 230 pounds. I'd say, okay, perfect. I'll fight him. Back the Brinkstrup up to my house and I'll fight him. But within the first 4 rounds, if he's beating the wheels off me, I'm punching him in the nuts.
For sure.
I'm cheating.
That's what they used to do back in the days. They don't care.
I'm cheating 100%. I'm going to cheat. You're going to take a point from me and that's fine. But you know what? Getting hit in the nuts sucks. It might slow him down just a little bit where I can land a big one.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a fight.
It's a fight.
Mike Tyson said it's a fight.
Right? So I threw out the post earlier and I asked for fan questions for you.
Yeah.
Now, I had to get all the fan questions translated.
Okay. Because they were in French?
Yeah, I don't speak French. So I had Cynthia, our mutual friend, go through them and translate them for me. So you want to go through them now? We got a bunch.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So someone wants to know when he's going to fight Patrick. What's his name? I don't want to screw his last name up.
Winsiski.
Yeah, that guy.
I might screw it too. I just don't know. Winsiski. Yeah.
When are you going to fight him?
The fight should happen around May.
Okay.
But we don't know 100% because, the situation in Germany with the COVID is pretty hard. That the rule changed everything. And we're talking about lockdown and it's a day-by-day thing now. So I can't say, probably around May if we are lucky.
So who is promoting this fight then?
That fight should be and will be promoted around with Lee Baxter and Yvon Michel.
Okay. So here, I'm going to make them an offer right now so that we can get this fight going. I have a really big backyard. We could do an outdoor show. I could have like stadium brought in. We can get the fight right in my backyard. It's really big. We could probably pack 5 or 6,000 people in. So
I'm down. I'm down. An outside fight. Yeah. I like that.
I won't even charge you no money. Just show up and let's get the fight going so that Patrice can fight fucking Triple G.
Yep.
So
we'll make it happen. That's for sure.
That's my offer. Hopefully they take me up on it because I'd love to see it. I can watch it from my couch in my living room.
Cross his finger that it happened.
It'd be awesome. Next question. How did you fall in love with boxing?
I was playing football for my school, high school. I was playing football, and there was a shop, and they closed that shop around not too far from my house. And I was going back home, and I see a boxing gym, and they say free trial. So I say, why not? Let's try boxing. I never tried boxing. I never tried any combat sport. So I went there, and I spent the day there. I started in kickboxing.
Okay.
So, but there was no competition. There was no nothing. But I was still playing football at the same time. Finish my football practice, go to the boxing gym, train. And they asked me, Pat, you want to spar in boxing? I said, yeah, for sure, I spar. And they were trying to knock me out. Back in the day, they don't care. But defensively, I was pretty good to survive. That's we all have that automatic mode, like survive. So I was good, and I was punching back, and I said, if we win the championship in football, I will start boxing, and we win. So start boxing and never quit.
That's a fun story, actually. Show up and get your ass whooped and come back the next day. That's how it should be, though. A lot of the guys, they show up and they get beat up and they never come back. There's a thing written into human DNA. It's called fight or flight.
Exactly.
And you didn't run. You
100%.
ran towards the punches, so that's good. Next question. What age did you start boxing?
I started boxing late. I was late 17 when I started boxing.
Wow.
So I never compete as a junior. I always compete as an open class. As they say, people say it's when boxers start at this age late. It's not really late. It's how many punches you took before make it late. So 17, yeah.
The late thing to me is funny because as human beings, everybody can fight. That's the fun thing about combat sports is everybody can do it. It just all that matters is how much work you decide to put in.
Yep.
And then how strong you are mentally. So
I agree.
Everybody can fight, which is fun. Not everybody can play baseball.
No.
Not everybody can play football. Not everybody can play basketball, but everybody can fight. So it just matters how hard you're willing to work and what your mental focus is.
Yep, 100%.
What are your future plans in boxing?
I never answered to that question because I don't love to say, yes, I want to be and I will be world champion. I don't know if I will be. I just know that today I'm doing good and I will keep working hard for tomorrow. And the day I'm in this level, that day I will say, like, yeah, I won't be and I will be, or I'm already are, But that's the moment I follow the process. I trust my team. I trust my workout. I trust my ethic. So today, I'm at the level I am. I don't consider myself at the level of Canelo and all those big stars, but I'm getting there.
Next question. What is your biggest strength in boxing?
Mentally, I'm strong. There's no way for me to stop that. You have to knock me out in the ring. Yeah. I fought a lot of fights with a broken hand and I didn't care. I just want to win and keep moving forward. So I think mentally I'm really, really strong.
Something weird that happens when you get into the ring too, where adrenaline takes over and you don't feel anything.
You don't feel nothing until the next day.
The next day sucks. This is kind of a fun question because I didn't know that this happened. Why did you refuse to fight Butler the second time?
Second time, actually, okay. So the first time, after my fight with Albert Olonulos, the WBO and WBA mandate that fight. Mm-hmm. So the fight, for me to keep my belt, I had to fight him. So what happened is that we accept the fight.
Okay.
We say, yes, we want the fight. I don't care. Let's fight. They refuse the fight. We give the WBA, WBO, give them an extension of 120 days to accept the fight. No answer. So they didn't accept the fight. After this, there was nothing for a long time until during the COVID, they talked about Canadian local fight, and I call him out. I said, I want the fight. And they didn't accept the fight. So what they said, we got this fight with a Mexican guy. I cannot remember his name. And they said, we want that fight. We got the obligation to fight him and everything. But they were talking about fighting Francis Lafrenière and asking people, will they love that fight? I would love to fight. So that's what happened. And the second time is the fact that I had my fight with Patrick Wojcicki, the eliminator. I will not accept any fight except that one. But after the fight was postponed, we have Jake Trotter. So we accept a fight with Jake Trotter. We fought Jake Trotter. But the thing is that we were not supposed to fight anybody until that fight was made, because we want to secure the fight, you know? You don't want just to go there and fight anybody and accidental or injury happen or something happens so you cannot fight for the eliminator.
Yeah. So this goes hand in hand with another question that came through on Instagram. Will you fight Stephen Butler?
If everything is okay, we fight. And for today, I feel like we are supposed to be like this. And now I'm turning a little bit. I got different plan. And when I was supposed to fight him, when I asked for the fight, when I want to fight him, I think that was the perfect fight, perfect time to fight. And today, my vision is somewhere else. So maybe in the future something happen and then make the fight happen. We never know. But for today, my vision is Triple G. But first, I have to pass Patrick Wojcicki.
Well, to be fair to Stephen, he has not had a great run of things over his last two fights. He's lost two in a row. You guys are definitely on different paths right now where Stephen probably needs a couple warm-up fights, and I call them warm-up fights, I mean easier fights, just to get back in the swing of things and get his mojo back again. Fighting you right now is not a great idea for him, and if he thinks it is, he needs to go and talk to his team, because it wouldn't go well.
I don't think it's a good time. Because, the fight, the loss versus Murata was a big one. And the last one was even bigger, even harder on the body, the brain. So I don't think now you need to, just sit back, recover, come back with different fight, easier fight. And we're not calling those fights they're not bad fight. They're like, that's the rule. That's how we're supposed to do. Come back and with easier fight and grow and win. Because before taking a big fight, if you're not able to pass those easier fights, I don't know how you're going to pass those big fights, and it's more dangerous for yourself.
You know who would be a good fight for Stephen Butler right now would be Dario Berdician, because Dario does not like Stephen.
If you don't,
they don't like each other, so I think that they should just get into a fist fight and figure it out.
But I think that fight is too risky.
You're damn right it is. I think Dario beat the crap out of him. But hey, no disrespect to Stephen Butler. He's a nice guy, and I hope that he can find a fight that's favorable for him to get back in the swing of things, because he is a good boxer.
I think he will. I know Camille doing a lot of work with him and believe in him, so they should probably find something a good option for him.
Next question: who is your favorite boxer?
Favorite boxer of all time is Ronald Winky Wright.
Nice.
Ronald Winky Wright. Some people know him, some people don't know him. He's a tough one. He destroyed what's his name? Tito, Felix Unidas, destroyed Ortiz, got a big fight with Hopkins. He probably lost. He did lose, but the fight with German Taylor was amazing. A tall guy, and people don't give him credit that he deserved for me.
You know who's a really fun guy to watch? He's an old school boxer too, is Vinny Paz.
Vinny Paz, yes. Yup.
Yeah. I've had the
Tough one.
tough dude, man. I've had the honor of having him on the show, and actually got to meet him in person at KO Boxing and do a live show with him, which was really fun. But if you go back and you watch some of his fights, man, that guy can go, and he's super technical and tough.
His cardio was amazing. Really? You know, when you're talking about second cardio, he got like 10 life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The guy was hard to put down. He took a beating, and he just kept coming back, and he'd whoop your ass. So if you get a chance, anybody gets a chance to sit down, just type in Vinny Paz on YouTube, and you get a laundry list of fantastic fights to watch. Next question. This one we kind of went over, but when is your next fight and where? And does he know who his next opponent is going to be, which we already know?
Yeah. We know it's Patrice Volny, like we said before, where we're wishing to be able to bring the fight in Canada, Quebec, or wherever, but in Canada. And if we're able to, we will. But if it's not, it's Germany, the condition and everything is okay.
Who would be your dream fight?
Me or anybody?
So if you could fight anybody and it was your dream, who would it be?
Okay, I probably have somebody, and I can say Floyd.
Okay.
Because there's two ways. Either you get beat up immediately, or you do something good.
Yeah.
But just to try to something like when you're watching him fight on TV, say, I would have tried that, and just want to make sure that it actually works or not. I just want to see if how good he is, but trying to knock him out, but want to see how good he is.
Yeah, try to get through that defense and see what happens.
Yep. I'm sure there's a trick because Vinny Paz fought Mayweather, and he did win. So no, he lost or he win?
He lost.
He lost, but he did a great fight. He passed that defense for a period. So I want to see like how it is, how bad it is, how good it is with a tall guy.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. Next question comes from actually Cynthia's daughter, the ring announcer extraordinaire.
Yes.
Do you like the UFC? And if yes, who is your favorite fighter?
I love the UFC. I really love Adesanya.
Yeah.
Even if he lost his last fight, I love him. And for the girl, it's Nunes. She's a monster. She's a monster. I love UFC. It's a different sport. I will never do UFC in my life. There's no way I'm jumping in the octagon. It's too much violence for me. But I love Adesanya today, yeah.
My all-time favorite UFC fighter is Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, I like Chuck Liddell. He was awesome back in the day. Current UFC fighter, I'd probably have to go with Stipe Miocic, the heavyweight champion.
Okay.
Because he's got a really cool story. He's a full-time firefighter.
He is.
Yeah, never stops firefighting, but still the greatest heavyweight of all time.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
That's crazy at this level. He's still doing his work and everything.
Yeah. And
amazing.
For the females, I'm probably like, I don't know. I like Shevchenko.
Okay.
And I like Joanna Jędrzejczyk a lot.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, just terrifying. and when she does the weigh-in, she's so intense and she wants to kill people. I think it's awesome. You don't see that from the ladies so much, especially.
Don't. They're more humble. More humble, most of them. More relaxed. I don't know.
But when they get in the ring, it's different. It's like they almost take it personally.
Yes, they do. I really prefer to watch like a female UFC fight.
Yeah, they go.
Because they're really trying to knock. They don't like each other. It's fun. I like that.
And then we have one more. Well, I have to check another platform before we move on. But one more from this thread is from Cynthia. Who wins, Arthur Beterbiev or Canelo, and how?
That's a good question. I have tendency to say Beterbiev is a bigger guy, and I'm not sure that he will definitely try to hurt Canelo. That's for sure. Canelo technically is strong, but Beterbiev just walk you down. I'm not sure Canelo will be able to walk Beterbiev down. So for this one, I go with Beterbiev.
Go Beterbiev, huh?
Yeah, he's just gonna walk you down, taking punch like he did with Bosnick, and don't care.
The thing with Canelo is he can fight off his heels, though.
But can he manage that power? Because with the first fight with Golovkin, he was pretty he was moving a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's a different power and a bigger guy.
Interesting fight. I'd like to see it.
I would love to see that.
If I had a free $2,000, I'd bet on Beterbiev.
I think I bet on him too. Do you think Beterbiev knock him out?
Hey, we've seen Canelo's tested multiple times. Triple
Yes.
G. I believe Kovalev connected with him. So do I think Beterbiev can knock him out? I wouldn't bet on it. I think anybody can knock anybody out. It's just you got to place the punch in the right spot.
True. But I know Beterbiev never did the 12th round.
That's true.
Never so. That'd be really interesting to watch.
It'd be an interesting fight. This is a fun one because this is half in French, but I think I can decipher it. Where did the name Vicious come from, and who gave it to you?
The name Vicious came from Manny Montreal. Manny Montreal write a post and say the Vicious Volny. So the name stayed. The name stayed from I don't know which fight. I think probably my third fight gave me that name, but he's the one who gave me that name, and that name stick, and people now call me Vicious.
So maybe you can help me do something fun then right now for Manny Montreal. Every year we take all the guests and we tally them up at award season, and we name who the guest of the year is going to be. And this year, the Final Shot Podcast guest of the year is Manny Montreal. So congratulations, Manny. Send me your address and I'll send you your little trophy. So that's fun. Maybe you'll win this year. Who knows? Next question. Who does he want to fight in Canada? And then a separate question on top of that. This is from Lee Baxter Management, actually.
Oh, yeah?
This is from your promoter. Who does he want to fight in Canada? And then if it was on a world stage, who would you want to fight in the world?
Who I want to fight in Canada?
Dario
I would
Brady.
love, back in the day, I would say Steven Butler, but take chance with today. I really don't know. I don't think. I think I fought a lot in Canada, a lot of Canadian boxer. But wow, I really don't know now. Anybody in Canada, in the world. Let's bring Triple G. We just need to pass Patrick Wazinski, but Triple G, that'd be good.
That's who's the other champion at that weight class? It's Canelo, isn't it?
Canelo, there's Andrade.
Yeah.
Andrade,
that'd be a good fight
Andrade
too.
might be really interesting too, because I don't really know about him. I don't really know too much about, but he moved up to 168 if I don't get it wrong too.
It's true.
I think he did.
In Canada, I want to say you Dario Berdician.
Want to see Dario?
Yeah, I want to see you beat the shit out of him for some reason. I don't know why.
That'd be a good fight. That'd be really a good fight.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think for sure you agree. I don't know. He never back down for no fight. That's a big fight. He will say yes, and for sure I will say yes because we got the same mentality for that.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting. Yeah.
All joking aside,
Southpaw, orthodox, and everything.
all joking aside, I just think it's a really good fight. I'd like to see it happen.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a fun fight. Win, lose, or draw for any one of you two. It'd just be fun to watch.
Exactly.
Maybe you should fight Shaquille Finn.
Chicken Phil's my good friend. I can't fight. I love him. I can't. We can't fight. We can't fight.
It'd be fun to watch though, wouldn't it?
It'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight. It's two different styles, the tough guy and more boxing style. It'd be an interesting fight. So
Maybe
it'd be a clash. I think so.
So if you're not cutting weight then that much, then going to 168 would never be an option for you. The only option would be to go down?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the next weight class down then?
154.
Oh, it's not even far.
It's not too far. We just don't know how my body will react the next day of the weigh-in, because making the weight is something. It's nasty. It's the worst part. Now it's the next day how your body will react to perform. Because if you remember, like the fight that Canelo fight Chavez Jr. and he made that dramatic weight cut. He made it because if you pay $1 million every pound, you make the weight.
Exactly.
But the next day, he was not able to fight.
That's true. I'm just another gentleman popped into my head, and it's actually Dario's brother, Bruno.
Bruno, yeah. I didn't see Bruno fight for a long time.
Bruno's been out for a while, but he's at welterweight, so that's fairly.
He's welterweight?
Yeah, that's far down the line.
Oh, I thought he was a little bit bigger.
I think he could move up to 54. I think that'd be probably a good weight class for him. But if you were ever going to go down, he'd be a good guy to go with because he's tough.
He's tough. How many fights does he has now?
Bruno is undefeated at 11-0.
Okay. But his last fight was in a group gym, Yvon Michel?
Yeah, you made unanimous decision win.
Okay, so that means a long time, probably 2018.
Yep.
Okay, that'd be a long time, yeah.
He's been out for a while. But, hey, I know Bruno's tough, and he just goes forward and throws bombs.
Fighting, you see, between him and his brother, they both have a so different style.
Yeah, very different.
So different style.
Very different. One's very slick, and the other one's just a bully.
Yeah.
Bruno just goes forward. I'm going through your box rec here, and it's an interesting read, actually. Your first fight was against a gentleman that was 1-11-2.
Yeah, Michel Salah. It took me a year, to have one fight.
Really?
To have my first fight, it took a year because it was really hard for me to have an opening during my first year, actually.
Huh. So then a couple fights later, you fought for an NABA Canadian middleweight title?
Yep.
You weren't very far along in the career at that point either. That's a jump up in competition for sure. And then you've almost been in all title fights since then with the odd couple in between that haven't been. Jenks Trotter wasn't, obviously, and then there was a couple other ones that weren't, but you've had a lot of title fights.
Yeah. And I was wishing to fight more, but life.
That happens. Especially it's tough right now to get anything going. I was
100%.
I was talking to Ryan Rozicki on a couple podcasts ago, and I was like, hey, you're one of the lucky ones that's able to get a fight right now because there's a lot of guys like yourself and Adam Braidwood, Ryan Ford, a lot of Canadian guys can't get anything going right now. And it's super unfortunate because sometimes time, like when we've been going through something like this for a year, time will pass some of these guys by.
Yep. And, guys on the prime now, I don't know what was going to happen, but the prime, it's not for a long time. It's a short time. So with the situation like that, then, been training and nothing happening, you might losing like that, okay, let's train, but okay, I'm not training today or tomorrow I train. And get on a path that the day they will call you, you will not be in shape.
Well, some people, the COVID hits and then they're like, okay, well, I'm going to take a break for a little while. And then the couch gets really comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
100%.
trying to pick yourself up at 8 o'clock at night when normally you'd be sitting down to watch the fucking Simpsons or whatever, and you want to go down and train or hit a bag or hit the road and do some road work, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder. So there's some of these guys that are 38, 36, 35, where I think the heavyweights can last a little longer than the lighter weights. But
Yeah.
for guys that were
so.
just hitting their prime in 2019, 2020, you might see them come out on the other side of this not as good as they were a year ago.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's you just need to stay and keep training. If you have no fight, just train, maintain as good you can do. Just maintain, because once you stop, I don't think you'll be able to come back like you used to.
Yeah, if skills diminish when you don't use them. So
Yep.
it just, as long as you guys can just keep getting the work in, get a pad holder, go to the park, do whatever you need to do to get the work in. It's that's the fun thing with combat sports, is you can do this stuff anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do it in a basketball at a basketball court. You can hang a bag from the hoop, or you could teach your girlfriend to hold pads, or anything like that.
Yep.
It could be anything.
That was I was doing during the winter. I was outside in a basketball court. I remember there was only a few spots with no snow, and I was doing like my shadow boxing, chin up, everything, like in the cold. It was nasty. But I said, man, I don't care if it's a 45-minute training or less. Yeah. I'm just taking no break, because more break, colder you are.
Yeah.
No break, and just finish with the workout every day.
I've got a few videos on my Instagram of myself training, and at the time I didn't own my own house and I didn't have a basement that I could do work in. So I was literally doing work in the middle of the winter, -40. I live in Saskatchewan, so it gets freaking cold here, man. -40 outside in the carport, hitting the bag.
Dedication.
Hey, you go inside, you can't. Your wrists are frozen to your gloves because it's -40, and you get sweating. It gets cold real quick. Can't feel my toes, but if you want to do it, you gotta have willpower to get out there and do it. I'm 38 years old now, so I can't let my body go too far, or my wife will leave me.
Well, you're in shape. You're good. You look good.
Thanks, man. So I really hope this fight happens for you, and I hope it happens sooner rather than later. Do you have a message you want to send to your French fans in French? I'll let you do that.
Yes, perfect. Un gros merci à tout le monde pour tous vos encouragements. On va continuer à travailler fort. Et on espère que le combat arrive avec Patrick Volny le plus vite possible. Et si on va croiser les doigts pour que ça arrive au Québec. Donc, on continue, on lâche pas, et merci encore à tout le monde.
What did you say?
I said thank you.
It's amazing how everything in French can be stretched out into be one word in English. Thank you. Do you have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to today?
Yeah. I want to say big thank you to my sponsor. Actually, I got the ball. I don't know if you can see, Inflector Environment, Inflector. So they give me a lot of help with all my boxing. Jab traiteur. They're feeding me good food, so they gotta make sure they're making sure I'm on weight and healthy every time. XOB, so XOB for anything, give you my suit, made my last suit for my fight, boxing equipment and everything, and I got Poly Sleep mattress, sleep well, very comfortable, love it.
Do you have a message you want to send to your opponent that's gonna happen, or you just want to?
The fight's gonna happen. We gotta make sure it's gonna happen. I'm already ready. Just make sure you're ready, because it's gonna be a war. I don't know which type of film we're gonna use, a big one, a small one. I don't care.
My backyard.
It's gonna be war.
My backyard. It's going down. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
I'll get you out of here. Hang on 2 minutes after we sign off, and I'll just chat with you off the air for a couple minutes. But thank you very much for taking the show on short notice. Thank you to Cynthia for hooking it up. And if people want to follow you, your Instagram handle is Patrice Volny on Instagram. And
Yes.
it's obviously the same on Facebook. Do you have any other weird social media stuff that you use?
No, I know people use Twitter. I'm a little bit late on that one because I don't have Twitters, but I do have Instagram and Facebook, as the name is Patrice Volny. And probably going to have a Twitter one day. I don't know when. I keep pushing that, but yeah.
Twitter's for Americans.
Stay
Stay away from Twitter. Just to the people that listen to the show, the last bunch of shows we put out have gone over amazing. Thank you all very much for tuning in and listening. Make sure you hit that like button or the subscribe button on YouTube. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or whatever. Even if it's bad, I don't give a shit. You want to talk shit about me? Go ahead. Say I'm a moron. Ain't gonna bug me none, but it goes a long way with the people that help out this show and keep it going. So guys, thank you all very much. That's the final shot.